We've already seen sporting events taken away from Russia and teams cancelling their Russian sponsorship. Well, the exclusion of the country from sport continues, but there is criticism of the International Paralympic Committee for not going far enough. Toby Sadler joins me in the studio now. What's going on here, Toby?
So the International Paralympic Committee, or IPC, decided today they wouldn't ban Russian or Belarusian athletes, instead assigning them a neutral country status, which basically means the countries aren't being mentioned, there are no flags, no national anthems. However, that doesn't go far enough for a lot of people. One of those people is the Culture Secretary, Nadine Dorries. She's actually calling on the sort of Great Britain team to protest while out in Beijing, but she doesn't give details. She just says she wants to talk about the full range of options. The announcement was made in Beijing, and while there, a solitary Ukrainian journalist stood up to ask why they made this decision. In his hand, a photograph, he said, was of a junior Ukrainian athlete who'd been killed this week during the bombing. Often emotional, he demanded answers from the IPC, and this was their response.
But the athletes here that were born in that nation, they are not the aggressors. And I think it's important to make that distinction.
From the aggressor
I agree with you, they are from the aggressor state. But the athletes here, they are not soldiers, they are not the aggressors. And I think we need to treat them with the same respect we treat athletes from any other nation who earn the qualification slot to be here.
Interesting. The Paralympics, of course, isn't the only sport that's deciding how it's going to respond to this.
I think, like everybody, all the different sports are wrestling with this, right? From curling to football, they're trying to work out what to do. Some, like World Athletics, have decided to completely ban Russian and Belarusian athletes. Many others are going for this neutral country status. Now, one of those is tennis. We saw that in action in Monterrey in Mexico, where the Ukrainian Elena Svitolina thrashed Russian Anastasia Potapova. She only agreed to the match once the tournament agreed to remove all the flags and all the mentions of Russia. This is her sort of emotional response when she won.
Yes, it's a very, very special event, this one for me. All the prize money that I'm going to earn here is going to the Ukrainian army, so thank you so much for the support.
Look, so sport traditionally shuns away from making political statements. No one's allowed to make a protest at most sporting events, but this war's changing things. So I think we're going to find a lot more sporting bodies coming under increasing pressure to take a harder line.
All right, Toby, thanks.